veterans, military. Hey, today we're going to be talking about how to submit a sufficient supplemental VA claim if you was previously denied on a VA disability rating. Let's get into it. So first of all, we got to grab the decision letter. Something like this, we got to grab the decision letter, evaluate it. What was the reasons why the VA denied this claim? We can look at migraine specifically. Okay, cool. Denied VA claim due to lack of a diagnosis, lack of proper symptomology being recorded, as well as due to the lack of in-service complaints if you tried to file direct, or secondary causation. The specific example, which I say the veteran submitted for a direct service connection for migraines and they were denied. Cool. The VA pretty much gives you all of the answers. How do you address these answers? You got to get personal statement. Fill out a personal statement. You got to capture, analyze the VA decision letter line by line. Start off at the top, personal statement, like, hey, this is for migraines, specific to X decision letter that was dated on December 2023. Gucci. On this letter, I was denied due to a lack of a diagnosis. Okay, cool. I went out to my neurologist as well as my doctor. I showed them my service treatment records. They referred me out to the neurologist and I was able to obtain a diagnosis. What's the second issue? Second issue is due to a lack of in-service complaints. Maybe the first time you went to submit that claim, you didn't pull everything out of your service treatment record because you thought that the VA was going to help you out. Hey, we all do. We all was there, you live and you learn. But fast forward to that denial, you're working on this supplemental. Go into your service treatment record, grab all complaints, regardless of how small they are, if it's a single complaint, multiple complaints, pull it out, attach it to that supplemental, refer to those dates. Because that's the second reason why the VA denied you, was due to lack of in-service complaints. However, from further analysis, you found 7 different occurrences on X dates, on these 7 dates, spanning from this time to this time, pertaining to my in-service complaints. So that satisfies the in-service complaint. So you have your in-service complaints identified and pulled from your service treatment record. You now also have a diagnosis. That's enough for service connection, at least at a 0%. But let's say you're trying to get 10, 30, or 50%. What you need to show? You need to show frequency, intensity, and impacts to your personal and your work life. Maybe you just submitted it the first time, obviously thinking that the VA is going to help you. No, that's not the case. But fast forward, gain a little education. You came around this video and for 10% you need at least frequency, intensity, and severity recorded. Either in the diary, logbook, migraine buddy app. You can use your iPhone notes, Samsung, whatever phone you have, computer device. We always have some type of, smart device on us 24/7. There shouldn't be a reason why you can't be able to plug in information as you need, specific to your VA disability claim, migraine specifically. You should be able to put that information in and grab it at a later date to utilize for further medical evidence. So if you're not in with your doctor on a weekly basis, if you're not, if it's not routine communication with your doctor and they're not recording it, this is a way you can record all of the severity, symptoms, and intensity, frequency of your migraines. Let's get back to it. So whenever you address this in your personal statement, it's like, hey, I have my logbook, I have my diary, I have my migraine buddy app. I've been receiving migraines 2 times a week, 2 times a month since I separated from the military. From my second deployment, I have all my service treatment record documentation from those complaints. I've been getting migraines at least twice a month since 2014 up until today, 2023. The times that I did go into medical, I complained about it. I have that medical evidence pulled. Sometimes they gave me medication, ibuprofen, whatever the case may be. Sometimes they didn't. So I was just left to just go to the store, buy over-the-counter prescription drugs, such as Advil, ibuprofen, obviously, Tylenol, and things of this nature. But fast forward till present, I've been speaking with my neurologist, and they were able to put me on a specific medication for my migraines. Cool. Gucci. You've addressed that issue. Now, the VA always shows you a glimpse into the next tier of percentage if it would have resulted in service connection. So say if you would have got service connected for migraines at 0 or 10%, it'll show you that next tier, 10 or 20%. You know, the VA, we would have given you this. However, the medical evidence you supplied didn't meet this criteria. Cool. So keep in mind with migraines specifically, in order to get 30 or 50%, you need to show severity of symptoms. I implore you, look at the DBQ, the Disability Benefits Questionnaire. The DBQ is going to show you what the VA is actually looking for. Like, you can report different symptoms, you can record it down, different symptoms, but if it's not specifically captured on that Disability Benefits Questionnaire, the VA is just going to overlook it and be like, okay, well, it doesn't meet 50, 30, or 10%. Let's just give this veteran 0. Moving on past that, you need to show frequency. There's different levels. You know, there's a specific frequency for 10%, you know, increased frequency and intensity for 30%, and even more so for 50%. But keep in mind, for 30 and 50% VA rating for migraines, you need to show how has now migraines been impacting your personal life and your work life. How do you do this? Personal statement. There's no way the VA is going to see how are your migraines affecting you in the home setting or at work if you don't record it in a personal statement, as well as complain about it. So what is some medical evidence or just some general evidence you can utilize for the personal effect, the personal side of the house? You can utilize spouse statement, buddy statement, buddy statement. You know, if you have kids that are 18 or older, they can provide you with a buddy statement as well. What else are you going to use? You know, your personal statement specifically. How is it impacting you? What are you doing whenever you get a migraine? Is it taking you away from your family? Is it taking you away from your kids? Is it taking you away from doing routine hobbies that you enjoy? Is it taking you away from going out? That's how you satisfy that personal aspect side of the house when it comes to the 30 or 50% VA rating for migraines. How about professional work? How do you satisfy that criteria? Well, get a buddy statement from a coworker, and or I always recommend supervisor. No one better to utilize is a supervisor. They're gonna be, okay, yeah, you know, Vet Debo has been missing work twice a week for the last year. So that's what? That's a lot. You know, for the last year, twice a week, that's 104 times Debo has missed work. And to further elaborate that, you can say, okay, I've missed work this many times. Here are my leave and vacation days. I've exhausted my sick days. I've exhausted all of my vacation days. Now I'm taking leave without pay. I'm just taking days just to take off because when I get to work or, you know, the day before, I'm getting migraines, so I can't get paid for that day of work. Okay, cool. Record that. Utilize that. Put that in your personal statement, as well as screenshot and or download it from whatever work app or website that you can utilize from your work. Like, hey, here's all my sick days, exhausted due to what? Here's the reason, migraines. All my vacation days, I took vacation. Why? Because I ran out of sick days due to what? Migraines. You know, here's all these just random days that I've taken off from work that I can't get paid for. I can't get they're not going to compensate me for having migraines, so I have to completely take it off because I've exhausted my sick days and my vacation days. So now where I'm at, that leaves me at just I have to take a free day of, you know, free day, give it back to the work because I'm having migraines. That's how you satisfy that side. So if you have all of this medical evidence, it's going to definitely provide the VA with more than enough evidence to get you service-connected on a supplemental claim, as well as they have all the meat and potatoes needed to give you a 30 or 50% VA rating for migraines if it applies to you. If you're just trying to get service-connected, get some benefits from the VA, by all means, direct service. You got to pull that information from your active duty military records and or service treatment records. Or if you're trying to file it secondary to an already service-connected disability, you need to show how has that service-connected disability How has it been causing migraines? How has PTSD been causing migraines? And it's not a specific symptom of PTSD. How is your lower back strain that's service-connected cause migraines? How has plantar fasciitis cause migraines? Tinnitus cause migraines? You have to show causation. It's not enough to just go out and build medical evidence for a secondary without showing how has it caused that. You know, a lot of veterans miss that step in between, especially when it comes to migraines and sleep apnea, VA disability claims. So, hey, y'all like this type of content? Y'all know what time it is. This motherfucking D-Bo out. 2024, year of the vet. 2023. Hopefully, y'all are being educated. Y'all are educating yourself, and y'all sharing this. Share this information. Don't hold this information hostage. You know what I'm talking about? Until next time, this motherfucking D-Bo out. Y'all stay Gucci with it.